Hey y'all, it's me Trish. I am the witch of the Dismal Swamp. How the hell's everybody doing? All right. I was sitting here thinking, what in the hell am I going to do a video about today? Because I want to try to get one made before, well, my grandson's going to be here in an hour, so I got to make this quick. And I've already had to redo it 3 times because my dogs want to be barking, and I'm sure y'all heard it on the other video. Which, of course, you didn't because I ain't uploading that one. There we go again. I'm trying to get them quiet. I won't shut the front door because I'm having one of my hot flashes, y'all. Well, anyway, this video, I thought, well, you know, I haven't read anything out of this book in a while. So I thought, well, let me pick it up. And I'm going to read to y'all about the Hermit card, okay? So we're going to make this as quick as possible because I got, like I said, I got my grandson coming and I got to put all my cards up because I got a whole bunch of decks sitting out here because I've been trying to study the tarot and I'm trying to get really good with it. You know, I grabbed some of these ones out and I got these ones. And I got this deck out. I said, shit. I need to get my cards out and just mess with them. And that's what I've been doing. Well, anyway, let me go ahead and read this. Let me move these out of the way. I took out all my books. I've been just sitting here messing with everything, trying to think of a video. And this is what I'm going to read. I'm going to read to y'all what the book says about the Hermit. Which, that happens to be one of my favorite cards. Okay, that one and the Sun, I think, are my favorites so far. All right, it says, in many ways, the Hermit represents our first real challenge in life's journey. All the other cards we have looked at so far have depicted magical, colorful, powerful, and heroic characters. In stark contrast, the Hermit is old, gray, and somber, halting us in our tracks, bringing us back down to earth and back into ourselves. Okay, see, he looks all, you know, down and out. The Hermit card points to looking inside yourself for answers. Zena! Sorry. She's a Great Dane. They got big mouths. Okay. Peace and quiet is required for any kind of contemplation. Whether this is time out, deep soul searching, existential, can't say the word, angst, or just gathering your thoughts or licking your wounds. After a difficult or upsetting experience, so you got to sit down and just go into your own mind and your own self and think about, you know, you got to be on your own and to yourself. Either way, you need to find the right path towards understanding, which is crucial for your personal and spiritual development. This is not a modern-day concept. It was Socrates who said that the unexamined life is not worth living. The unexamined life is not worth living. That's interesting. But in the 21st century, many of us find ourselves under increasing pressures to have, quotations, rather than to be. Thus, the quest for meaning and calming of the spirit has never been so important. The Hermit is a gray, dismal card, evoking sadness, bleakness, and feelings of isolation. It is an essential truth that ultimately we are alone, a truth which many of us find hard to bear to the extent that we disbelieve or disregard it. Most of us are convinced that our happiness is to be found in another, not in ourselves. Wow, that was deep. That was deep, y'all. We are convinced that our happiness is to be found in another instead of our own self. Wow, I like that. So the Hermit may appear when someone is dealing with the pain of their aloneness. In this case, if this is the case, the message is to try and stay connected with those around you. even if there isn't a special person. Learning to be self-sufficient and self-reliant can be a valuable lesson of the hermit, but cutting off from friends, colleagues, or family can be detrimental, even dangerous, especially for someone who is depressed. Most of us are not capable of this kind of retreat that our hermit card may at first suggest. Often the hermit card indicates a period of loneliness, so it is important to look at how you are spending your time alone. Meditation and contemplation can take different forms and do not necessarily require sitting in solitude. There is also a place for quiet, walking, reading, writing, and so on. It is time for finding things that are thought-provoking, inspiring, or which take you to a peaceful place. Time alone needs to be therapeutic, and solitude can be a completely different experience from loneliness. When the hermit card appears in a spread, it can also mean that the retreat is better than attack. So it's better to go back and think about it before you... It is unwise to force issues or to put pressure on yourself or anyone else. In fact, someone may withdraw even further from you if you try to push them. Or it may be the other way around, that you need to distance yourself from someone who is negative or problematic in some way. Either way, this is a card of time and space. Someone or something just cannot be rushed. Finally, the hermit card may appear for someone who has been bereaved and who has shrouded in grief, who's grief-stricken. This is the ultimate aloneness, one that has to be endured and for which there is no remedy except time. That is so freaking true. I like the hermit card myself. I like to do my meditating. I like to be into myself and think about my own problems. I like doing a lot of what this is saying. So what do y'all think? It's got another little part right here, but I'm not going to read all that. It just tells you about a spread that she did, that kind of thing. So anyway, what do y'all think about the Hermit? I like the Hermit myself. That's just me. What is y'all's favorite card out of the tarot deck? That's something I'd like to know. And then I'm going to read up on whatever y'all put. And tell me why y'all like that certain card. Okay, I have it in this as well. I've been pulling all my decks out. Just messing with them, trying to get them absorbed in my brain on the interpreting of the readings, that I try. I did, well, I can't get to it now, but I did pull up a spread that I thought was interesting. It might even be here. Let me look. Yeah. Right here, the 7 card. It was in my book. I got so many books and stuff that I've put together, grimoires. 7 card draw. Okay, I was going to do this for the video, but I said, you know what? Let me just mention it to y'all. Maybe you want to do it. Okay, it's a 7 card draw. Here's the way they're laid out. Okay. The first question, the first card is, this is what it pertains to. Okay, this is 7 card draw for your path. Okay, this is what it pertains to, the first card. The second card, conscious attitude and rational behavior. The third card, unconscious attitude and emotional behavior. The fourth card, the impression you make on others. The fifth card, a clear decision you may want to make. And number 6 is unconscious attitude and emotional attitude. And number 7, the last card, is conscious attitude and the rational course of action. So, I printed this a long time ago. You could probably see that. Look, I've been trying so hard to learn these cards. I printed, they call it the Learn Tarot with Me cheat sheet. I mean, I took these out of my book, and I said, oh, let me show this to everybody. So you see, I have been working on it. And I was going to read something out of this one to y'all, but I said, no, that would have made a long read. I'm trying to get it where you can read it. The Book of Spirit Communications, okay? And it's wrote by Raymond Buckland. I was going to read something out of here for the spirit guides, but it's a very long read. So I decided not to read out of that one. But there's a whole bunch of different things that in this book other than that. I mean, I'll just read what's in the, it's kind of like a lesson book. Y'all probably got this book, right? Here it is. The first chapter, lesson 1, is what is mediumship? Okay, and then it goes into all that. And then lesson 2 would be the world of spirits. Number 3, the history of spiritualism, part 1, the early years. Lesson 4, the history of spiritualism, part 2. And then they got a lesson 5 is spirit guides. That's where I was going to go. And then lesson 6, spirit communication. Lesson 7 is talking boards. Lesson 8 is automatic writing and spirit photography. And then lesson 9 would be trance work. Lesson 10, spirit sights, sounds, and seeing. 11 is touching the past. 12 would be physical mediumship. 13, table tipping and levitation. Lesson 14 is healing. 15 is channeling. 16 is develop and develop circles. Development and development circles. Lesson 17, electronic spirit contact. And then from there it goes to afterwards, and then it goes into the biography. So anyway, I was going to read something out of here, but I mean, if you want me to read something out of here, it's going to be a long video. If y'all have this book, let me know what y'all think about it. So anyway, that is the end of this. I'm sorry I sidetracked on the Hermit card, y'all. But I wanted to get that out there and find out what y'all think about the book, if you have it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Hit that thumbs up if y'all don't mind. And I will see y'all in my next video. I send y'all so damn much love. Y'all be safe out there. Toodles, y'all.